start with, let's create text by using the type tool. You can use any font you like and also customize it to your liking. Then on the same layer, go to the shape tool, select the rectangle and create a rectangle like this one over the text. But now as you can see, the text is not visible. So to change that, I'll go to the Essential Graphics panel and from there, I'm gonna move the text above the shape layer. And now as you can see, the text is visible. Then I'll make all the letters capital, select the text layer and the shape layer, move down to Align and Transform and center them at the middle of the program monitor. Also, select the rectangle shape, go down to Appearance and change the color to red, but in your case you can choose whatever color you like. Once this is done, move the cursor at the beginning of the layer and go to the Effects Control panel. From there, open the text and the shape layer properties. I'll scroll down to the text rotation, set a keyframe and increase the value to 39 degrees. Then I'll move to the rectangle, scroll down to the rotation and set the same keyframe with the same value. Then I will move 25 frames forward by holding Shift and hitting the right arrow of the keyboard. First I will reset the rectangle value to the original one and then I will move to the text and reset the value as well. And like that we have created our second keyframes. Next, go to the effects, find the crop effect and drag it over to the Essential Graphics panel and drop it over the text and the shape layer. Then I will move 5 frames forward from the first keyframes, set keyframes to the left and the right side with value 50. Until the text and shape have disappeared. And now when I'm done with this, I'm gonna move another 20 frames forward and reset the value to both of it back to 0. And to make the first part of the animation smoother, I'm gonna select all first keyframes, right click and ease out. And as you can see, it's much smoother now. And now going to the second part of the animation. Next, from the Essential Graphics panel, duplicate the text and the shape layer. Grab the duplicated text and place it above the duplicated shape layer so the text will be visible. Now, select the duplicated shape layer, move down to Appearance and change the color to bright blue or to whatever color you like. I'll do the same thing with the text layer, but this time I'll change the color to black. Next, I'll go to the Effects Control panel, open the duplicated shape layer's properties, move down to Transform, uncheck the uniform scale and set the vertical value around 83. Also, I will discard the rotation keyframes because they won't be needed. After that, I will go to the shape layer and create a rectangle mask. Then I'll move it to the left hand side and make sure that it is exactly at the middle of the text. Next, I will scroll down to the position, move the cursor 20 frames away from the first animation and set a keyframe to the position. Then I will drag the rectangle all the way to the right until it disappears. Then I will move another 20 frames forward and reset it back to the original value. Now to make our life easier, I'm gonna copy this mask by pressing Ctrl and C. Then I will go up to the text, select the text and press Ctrl and V. Next, while the text properties are still open, I'll scroll down to the rotation and discard the keyframes as well, because as I said, we don't need them for the second part of this animation. Also, I will set keyframes to the text position, which will match with the keyframes of the duplicated shape layer. Then quickly I'll select the first keyframes of both layers, right click and ease out to smooth the animation. Also, I will set the both layers mask feather down to 0. Now when we've done the left side of this animation, we have to do the right side as well. So to do that, again I will duplicate the text and the shape layer. And this will be the right side of the animation. But don't worry, this time will be much easier. Now select the shape layer, go to the Effects Control panel, scroll down to the mask, click on the mask and you can see that the mask is on the left hand side. But now what we have to do is only move the mask from left to the right. And again, make sure that it is exactly at the middle of the text. Again, I will scroll down to the shape position and now as you can see the keyframes are already done. And the only thing we have to do is change the value from 1383 to 960 because this time the rectangle will disappear from the left. Then I'll move to the text and do exactly the same. So again, I have to change the value to 960 because the text will disappear from the left. And when I play it, we've got this animation. And did you see? That was so easy. For animation number 4, I will create a text with a different font and place it within the main title. Then I will create a rectangle mask and move it up so the bottom line matches with the bottom line of the shape layer. After that, I will go to the position and set a keyframe, but make sure that you match the keyframe with the previous animation we have done. And move the text up until you see it into the rectangle shape. After that, I will move 20 frames forward and bring the text back down, but as you can see, we can't see it. So to make the text visible, I'll go to the mask properties and check the inverted option. And now as you can see, the text is visible again. And one more time, make sure that the mask feather is down to 0. And probably as you already know, we have to smoothen the animation. So select the freeze keyframe, right click and ease out. And ta-da! Like that, we have created this amazing text animation. So if you want to find out how to create more text animations in Premiere Pro, you can watch this video. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.